Sideline of goal! Lane Winner's doing it! They're gonna take it! He's gonna bring down Vernon. Alone with a double kill. Dropping fast. Monaco's there. He's still alive! Wait, 2 seconds left. He's got one time. He's got a second. He's taking it out. They're all for die on three! They're all dead!
Hello, everyone, and welcome back. It's the Summit 2 by G2A.com, and we are in the America Division. I believe it's day number 15. We only got 2 days left, including today, of group stage action, and then we move on into the playoffs, and things start getting a little more intense. Bringing you the English coverage is myself, Kyle Guy, over here for Beyond the Summit. But joining me, Mott has stepped out, as I now have back my bearded brother friend. It's going to be Brian, K-Poptosis. You there, my friend?
Hello, how are you doing, man?
Hello, I'm doing much better now. Sounds pretty good. I think we're well and underway, even though you're just down the hall. We are going to be doing this each from our own little individual cubicle, I guess. So
Exactly.
it'll be a good time. I'm excited. As for this matchup in
Executive
particular,
Dota.
yeah, Executive Dota at its finest, in the luxury of my bed being 1 feet from me. I could just take a totally relaxed and lackadaisical approach to this game, which I guess could somewhat be warranted. Now it's Union Gaming taking on Pain
Dude,
Gaming.
Lackadaisical. This is a rivalry. This is Peru versus Brazil, man.
I mean,
this is intense.
you know, I was going to say there is still points to prove, and there's still justification as far as why these teams should definitely still slug it out and put on a show for us. But, you know, as far as Summit paths go, they are
Dude, in 20 years, when Dota is the actual largest sport in the world, passing soccer and football.
Dota like 7, I guess, by that point,
Yeah,
sure. Yeah,
exactly.
Okay.
When Pain Gaming and Union Gaming play each other, like these respective countries will shut down. Like the stores will be closed down.
There'll be riots.
You see signs like "We'll be back after the game," that kind of thing. So I mean, we got to treat this like
we'll still be beyond the schedule at that point somehow, some way.
yes.
It's just inevitable that somehow it won't start right. There'll be riots. Real riots in chat will be real riots in person, unfortunately.
Right. There'll be cars burning because we
Yeah.
failed to start the stream on time.
Condolences to those future cars and families and children. But for the matchup here, Pain Gaming 3-7, Union Gaming 1-7. There's no
Yeah, not
hope.
doing too great.
There's no hope for them to make it into the playoffs here. But like you pointed out, like I pointed out, there's still a lot to prove. Got girlfriends, you got fans, you got rares. Rares on the line. This game, I'd imagine, is still on the Dota 2 Lounge. In fact, I was going to have that preemptively up just so I can always check, so I'm going to bring it up right now as we speak. It's actually a 70% favorite for Pain Gaming going against Union Gaming's 30%.
I think that's warranted.
And Union Gaming, they need to fight damn hard because they're still trying to get their first legitimate win. They're 1-7. Their only win has been graciously handed to them from Stay Free after they dropped out. So they want to put a W on the map.
Indeed. Yeah, neither team playing exceptionally well. Like we said, they don't have a chance. And you sounded a bit like my old high school football coach when you talked about playing for your girlfriend.
Yeah, right? Yeah, sometimes you got to play, or your mom.
like,
Maybe you don't have a girlfriend. Play for your mother.
Play for your mother.
Play
Yeah.
for your mother. Make her proud. Make
I wonder
the name
how many
proud.
players actually have like mothers. Like I know some teams have some players have like really supportive families
say-
that like watch their games.
Oh,
and-
I thought you were saying how many players have mothers. I'm like, probably a lot of them, Brian. Probably the
I would say
most.
probably like 95% of them have had a mother at some point.
Maybe they have
probably.
2 fathers. Who knows? You know.
Yeah.
You know? But how many
5
support
seconds
mothers? You're saying
Exactly.
right? At
Like,
watch.
You saw the TI2 documentary where J.O.'s parents came to
Yeah.
like watch him play. That was really emotional for
Yeah.
me watching it. So like I
I'm
wonder
sure
how
they
many
do.
people.
They probably don't know
Yeah,
what the
I
hell's
wonder, like-
happening, and we're probably speaking like moon language, but
Yeah.
they just see their little
I want
boy's
there to
name.
be like. I want there to be like little league parents in some of these Dota games that like come into the lobby like after a
You
decision
go out there
against
and
one
you
of the
show
players
your
or
best.
something.
Show your best. Just remember,
They
you're
come into
still
the
my
lobby and
star.
complain to the organization for cheating their child.
Mom, you're embarrassing me. I'm just trying to play some Dota. Now remember, I got a Capri Sun waiting for you after the game.
Are they going to let you play carry? I told them you're good enough to play carry. You're wasted on support.
You're wasted.
I've
You
seen
need to
how
step
you
it up.
farm. Late at night in your room, I've seen how well you
Dire
farm playing
team
Dota
pick.
pubs.
When you finish this match, me and you will go back and we'll practice. We'll practice the last hits. Me and your father. Dad, you're embarrassing me. Okay, that's the near and far future where Dota
That's
is just
what
the
our children will
preliminary
be like.
support of everything and everything. So
Exactly.
an imaginary future. Well, we'll have to see. It's a long road ahead, but nothing really important to talk about as far as the draft. That's why we're getting so sidetracked. I mean, your atypical Razor's
Pretty
made his
standard.
way through. Ogre Magi, he's a fabulous
10
support.
seconds
Great
remaining.
bouncer to
Ogre.
the lane. The Ogre, if you will. Brian's with me. Ogre McGee
5
here. I'm
seconds remaining.
going to put an ass beating. I'm not going to leave much of a tip, but. Pain Gaming, Brewmaster,
Reserve
primary,
time.
grab. We saw last game how much it could work. Shibby played a fantastic Brewmaster, and he's just overall the mid-game bouncer to allow maybe a late gamer kind of shine here for the side of Pain Gaming. And Sand King, a great gap closer, great support. He'll have reliable farm in the jungle to get a Blink Dagger, and then he becomes a huge teamfight impact. So on and such forth, as far as vanilla goes.
Right.
Right.
Yeah. I'm
10
trying to think
seconds
of
remaining.
where these teams could go to kind of mix it up. Isn't it Pain that really likes running in? Oh, the Ember Spirit's even banned out.
But you know what? They
pick.
banned an ancient apparition, Brian, and I'm getting the tingles that maybe we could see something crazy, maybe like a Necro, just because of that ban alone. They want
That's
some
not even
sort of heal.
Necro's not even crazy anymore, dude.
What?
It's-
What are you
it's
talking
sad
about? He's
times
old.
we
He's
live
super
in.
crazy. He's
He's not-
senile.
Okay, no, he's crazy in like the literal sense in terms of his
What do
character.
you mean
in
as
terms
far
of,
as
like,
flavor of the month? He's not.
like meta-wise, yeah, he's
You
not
don't
crazy
think
anymore.
so? I don't know.
No.
I had to sleep during
I think
a lot
we've
of
gotten
the,
past that point
Seconds
now.
remaining.
I don't know.
I
We'll
would
see.
venture a guess and say he's like top 10,
5
top 15
seconds
most picked over the
remaining.
last week.
Really?
I would say so. I see.
Oh,
him
you
a
know what? Now I'm
lot,
really
dude.
feeling it, though. There's the Wisp. That
Dire
could have been the
team
reason why they
pick.
banned out the AA.
They're definitely running Necro with this. I'm
But
almost certain.
if it's not now, it's never, Brian. I believe it's a
maybe they
song, too.
run a Sven. Maybe
Sven,
they run
Gyrocopter,
maybe they run that
Tiny.
that Chaos Night that we were talking about the other day about worst
Radiant
heroes in
team
Dota.
pick.
Man, Chaos Knight. It was nice to see him. He was brought up recently in the Navi versus Alliance match, and they got
Yeah.
Chaos Knight. And I'm like, this is like an homage to past TI 3 days, and I was like getting all hyped.
Dire team
They got
banned.
slaughtered. Navi just absolutely
Yeah.
destroyed them, and it really didn't go
Yeah.
anywhere.
Yeah, Chaos Knight's just not very good.
Yeah, well,
I'm of the I think he's one of the worst heroes in the game.
man,
Then we'll get a Morphling instead.
Morphling,
Well, that doesn't mean. Yeah, that'll definitely be the carry with Brewmaster, most likely farming up that mid lane.
10
All right,
seconds
so
remaining.
that leads me to believe that with an offlaner still to
5
grab,
seconds remaining.
we're not getting the atypical kind of Wisp duo, without it, unless they do
Reserve time.
one of those in the mid lane, unless they go aggro try.
Radiant
Ooh,
team
what if they do
back.
like Morphling solo safe bottom, Brewmaster mid, put Sand King Io and this fifth grab in the aggro, and they love to do aggro necro. They used to, at least. You're saying that it's getting a bit stale, but
Yeah.
you know.
No, this is what they're gonna do. All right.
Okay.
10
They're gonna put-
seconds remaining.
The Morphling solo safe. They're
Okay.
gonna run a
Dire
dual
team
lane
pick.
with another support with the Brewmaster, and they're gonna run a farming Sand King in the mid with a Wisp, and they're gonna run a ganking combo with the Io Sand King. Not really. That's what
You're
that's
high off
what
your
I,
ass right now. I mean,
dude. farming mid Sand King is not bad, and he makes a
Radiant
good ganking
team
partner with Io.
and then later on, you got the relocate epi bombs. That's what I want to see.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's not terrible. It's pretty terrible. It's pretty awful, but it's not that awful.
If there's a game where it can happen, it would be this game. It's a game that doesn't technically matter as far as this tournament goes, and they could feel a little bit rambunctious in that sense. So if it happens, this would be your best chance between two teams that are already out of the running. But still, I feel like
10
these teams have a
seconds
lot to
remaining.
prove. Both Southern American teams, they want to represent, they want to put on a
5
strong showing.
seconds
Clearly, by
remaining.
Union Gaming's picks, this is pretty standard and atypical, though they do have a farming
Reserve
Centaur, it
time.
looks like. Unless this is going to be a mid lane Timber. I mean, look at this. They got Centaur and Timber and Razor. Who's going where?
I mean, they'll just run a tri lane with a Razor with Centaur. Well, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. With Centaur. What?
Probably maybe mid Timbersaw. Yeah, because I'm trying to think of how Timbersaw does against Morphling.
Or Brew. They could flip
Or
the
Brew.
script. You never know.
I think he does. I'm pretty sure he does okay against Brew. I don't know how he does against Morphling mid. It's probably going to be the Brew mid.
Does
And they might run
Razor,
a
you
dual
think,
lane.
have a hard time against Morphling in mid? Especially, I mean, maybe if there's a dual
Razor
lane.
doesn't have a hard time against anyone in mid.
So, like,
Except
maybe he'll
maybe
just
Death Prophet.
persist in mid
Death
lane
Prophet does
against
pretty well.
what could be the Brewmaster, and they roll with the.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. Maybe they roll, with an aggro. There he is.
Oh, and they do
There
have
he
aggro
is.
fuzz.
Oh, hold on. Give it up right now. I'm feeling like a prophet right
Okay,
now.
and I looked at
Woo!
the stats.
I
It's
called
the
that back in the
20
day, remind you.
21st most picked hero in the last week.
Okay.
And who are they going to put where? They've got
They're going to
three,
aggro
like,
try.
solo heroes.
I'm calling it, baby. They are
Yeah, they are
aggro
gonna aggro
trying
try.
this right now. I
Morphling,
said it since
yeah,
the AA
yeah.
ban. I can
Yeah,
feel it in my
you're
pain
right.
nips. It's
You're
going to be
right.
an IO, Necrophos, Sand King. Well, you know what, though? The one thing, the pickle about the whole thing is the Sand King there. Sand King still needs to find his own farm. So unless he's going to start in the aggro try and then he eventually just pieces out and goes to the jungle to get the Blink Dagger. I mean, that has to be it, though. They have to put Morphling or Brewmaster in a solo safe at FMN.
Payne does like to run this. Well, I mean, we saw it the other day when I was casting with
10
Andrew.
seconds remaining.
I think we saw the Necrophos tri-lane with IO. And I think I called.
5
I think I said
seconds
they're not
remaining.
going to do that, and they did it again. So I think I'm 0 for 2 with calling these aggressive tri-lanes with Necrophos Wisp.
You know what? Sometimes you just got to spitball, though. You throw it out there.
Right.
Maybe they don't all stick to the wall, but at least you're putting it out there. I mean,
We'll see.
you-
Maybe they
Prepare
don't go
for
aggressive.
battle.
Like, it's just hard with the Sand King.
yeah.
It looks like the Brewmaster is going top, so it will be a safe lane try.
All right. So, you know, a bit different, but maybe they don't feel like on the other side of Union Gaming, who
I don't-
probably could have anticipated almost a possible aggressive tri-lane coming their way, didn't go for a 4 protect 1. They have a lot of snowball on the side of Union Gaming. They're looking to get the ball rolling right off the mid game here and keep it
And look at
going.
this manner. Look at this manner between these two rival
I
nations.
mean, I wish we saw this manner with the rest of the teams. These guys are awfully polite to each other. I do like it. Sam3, whoever you are, shout-outs from Zinders on his ogre. And
Sam3.
they're expecting early movement, though. You don't know because they want to put wards down to
Morphling.
prevent Sand King. Oh, it's 40
He's going to
R.
get stunned up 40
Oh,
R.
oh, he's locked in place. Look at the huge damage. Oh, the waveform, though. Gets away.
Saved his ass. He barely missed. I think Angel got a little too cute there. Really wanted to make sure he didn't stack
30
the
seconds
stuns.
to battle.
Yeah.
And
He whiffed it.
instead of he whiffed, he ended up missing, and he was able to warp from out. It's almost better at that point to stack your stuns for the damage because he was already stunned up by 2 different abilities.
They know it's Morph. They know that he'll probably have waveforms, so they're just trying to make the best they can of the duration of those level 1 stuns. So.
Yeah.
But, you know, it was anticipated that that was coming their way. I mean, Union Gaming, you know, they want to be able to put down the wards and prevent the jungle, which they didn't get any down, mind you. They had to walk away with apparently their heads
The
low
battle
as they
begins.
didn't get down anything. Actually, frankly, they got nothing down. So this is a full jungle for Sand King to possibly just farm up and work with. Baga's going to be happy about that one. But, hey, Brian, why don't we go ahead? We'll lead off with some introductions. And if you don't mind, I'll lead the charge here. On the Radiant
Sounds
side,
great.
sounds good. Payne Gaming here, bottom lane. It's King RD. Grant notoriously thinks that this guy's the best SA player in the game. He's going to be playing your Necrophos point. It looks like for now he is solo safe because it looks like mid lane. Payne kind of want to make a go with this Invis rune. We'll see if it works out. 40R on the Morphling. Ned. Mr. Flanders, they like to say, he's playing your EO, your Wisp, just nearby. On that Invis rune was your Sand King. It's Baga. He's heading towards the top now. And that leaves Gren, TXD, playing your offlane Brewmaster.
And for Union Gaming, we've got Ben Jazz farming. I've never known if that's a soft J or not. I always want to call him Ben Yaz.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't
well.
want to mess it up and look like
We'll
an
say
idiot.
Ben Jazz. Anyway, Timbersaw will be played by Citadel in this mid lane. Ogre McGee is going to be played by Xanders. I don't know, whatever.
Zinderals. Yeah, I don't know.
Zinderals.
That's my
And-
best guess.
And up here in the top lane, we'll have Angel farming the Centaur Warrunner, and bringing up the rear to be Daiko on Witch Doctor.
Daiko on the Witch Doctor loves to bring it up the rear. That's absolutely for certain. Now he's going to go ahead, head towards the top lane, however. Gren getting harassed early. If they can get a kill on this Brew before he reaches level 6, that would be ideal. At that point, things get a bit sticky. So he's going to have to step back for now. But bottom lane, ooh, they're going pretty hard right now. It's going to be King RD.
King RD.
Any rotations? None yet. He might be dead here. Hiding in the corner, desperately using these trees. Oh, can I juke? Can I jive? Oh, they see him now. Fire Blast, one more right click, and it is going to be your first blood
Oh, the
to
towers might
Mr.
get Ben Jazz. No,
Bottom tower is under
Nice
attack.
he gets
Diagra.
just in time.
Yeah, Ben Jazz, though. Big gold for him. This Razor bottom lane, getting it done.
Yeah, they're gonna have to. They're not gonna be able to. Oh, and he cancels his TP. Oh no.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Oh no, King RD, you canceled your TP trying to go back to lane.
Oh, bummer. This is the walk of shame. Back to
Yeah,
back
this
to
is
lane.
a
You're
true walk
missing
of
out
shame.
in 1, 2 creep waves at least that Ben Jazz is getting free reign over. Bummer.
Yeah, this is
Dyer's
worse
middle
than
tower is
walking
under
back
attack.
from your friend's Halloween party to
Yeah.
your apartment in like downtown of the city wearing a banana Wolverine costume.
Yeah. Banana Wolverine was definitely the #1 costume that was most represented this Halloween. I couldn't. Every kid who came to the door here at the BTS house was wearing a Banana Wolverine costume. It was crazy.
Oh really? Did you man the door?
No, I didn't get near the door, Brian.
Oh, okay.
I was kind
I
of
didn't know-
around, just in
Okay.
case.
I don't think we had any visitors.
It really
We had
wasn't.
candy,
I
but
mean, yeah,
I don't think-
in
I
our
don't think we-
area, I don't think we
well,
get a lot.
We left our lights off.
Oh, we were those people.
We were
Oh.
those
We did have
people.
candy, though, at the ready.
Merlini bought candy.
We had candy. It was at the door. I might have ate
Yeah.
some, but there's some there for sure. For kids, of course, not us.
Now, if the kids come now and want the trick or treat, they can. And this is not looking good for King RD. They're going to end up having to rotate some support down here because he's going to find
Oh,
Xander
man. Look
here
at
in
him.
the
Hey, what are you
the
doing
trees.
right there?
Hey, buddy.
Get out of there. I know you're there. Stay away. And yeah, but you're right. King RD, man, this Necro needs to get early. Big farm. Why is he not
He's
with
got
his
2 CS
Wisp
right now.
friend? What is Wisp doing? Wisp does have a bottle. He's hanging around mid lane a little bit. Maybe he's helped stacks for Baga. Baga does have a stack here.
Yeah, Baga's got his entire woods
Yeah, they're warded.
warded up, though.
Yeah.
So that's why he had to go top. Like,
Did that just happen? That wasn't there at the start of the game. They just did that now.
They've been up for 3 minutes.
Yeah, that's weird. All right, well, bottom, King RD might be in trouble again. There's your static link right there. Zitterol, waiting.
Oh, King RD, he's
Oh,
going to
big
fall
damage.
again.
Yeah, that's just, he just
Bog
ran him
is
down
not
like
gonna get there
nothing.
fast enough.
Bog is here. Ned's here now, but it's a little late to 8 out Necro. Oh, he might
This
be in
Razor's
trouble.
got 70 damage.
Oh,
This is
oh,
not
one more
good.
whip. Bang! Boom! Oh, double kill for Ben Jazz. Union Gaming off to a fantastic early game start. They want that first win. You can feel it in the air.
Yeah, it's actually looking like they might be able to pull it off if they keep this up.
I want it.
The Sand King is not. He's got his boots, but that's about it. He hasn't been able to farm much. He had to go to the enemy jungle to start off and wasn't able to find much. And his entire jungle is finally the sentries they put down to block these camps are finally gone.
Yeah, that's good. He needs
top
something.
tower is
Sand
under
King needs
attack.
that blink dagger. He's got a quota out there. He's got a
No, yeah.
be at places. Citadel mid lane Timbersaw now. He is at 14-1. Morphling 20-11. Lots of denies. A few more CS. Citadel, we'll have to see what his move's going to be as he gets to his level 6, gets a hold of the Chakram grab. If he decides to kind of venture elsewhere and make some work done with this Timbersaw, or if he's going to be persistent on trying to build up more farm instead, because there is a point where this Union Gaming squad just really need to make sure they can snowball out of control. Razor's got a good start with those takedowns. Centaur is about to be his level 6 as well. Then they'll have Stampede. If Union Gaming don't shine pretty hard, it's going to be troublesome. Now Ben Jazz under trouble here, and they just take him apart very easily. It's a Baga initiation with your Burrow Strike, and they just clean him.
Dyer's bottom tower
They really
is
needed
under
that.
attack.
Yeah.
Pain drafted pretty weak lanes if you think about it. They pick 3 heroes that are normally either solo heroes or like except for Necrophos.
Dyer's bottom
But
tower
they put
is
him
under
as
attack.
they put him as the solo hero.
Yeah.
When he and
lane setup ended up being a bit weird.
and so they have a lot of heroes that scale well and don't do fantastically well in lane. Brewmaster's pretty good in lane, of course, but everything else was kind of like, we might lose this early game, but come mid and late game we'll perform.
Yeah,
so
they just
we'll see if
wanna
they
survive.
can make that transition.
They're going to try to be survivors here. They want to withstand the storm that Union Game are going to put out there, and if they do, they can reap in the sweet
Radiant's
rewards of a
top
farmed up
tower is under
Morphling
attack.
and a Necrophos who's just ready to
Radiant
kind of duke it
structures
out.
are
With the Wisp, who
fortified.
now will have, relocate, and it's just looking pretty good for them if they kind of just hold it on out. Union Gaming, though, let's put the pedal to the metal right now and get the ball rolling on some action here. As top lane, they're looking at a little bit of pressure towards this tier 1. Nothing really going to come out of it, but your Centaur is now level 6, so we got that Stampede, and Citadel is now level 6, so we got that Chakram, which he's putting to use in mid lane. Pretty big burst right there at 40R, but Wisp is right there to help him out.
Indeed.
Indeed.
I'm indeed doing the Marlene indeed.
Uh-oh, top lane. There's
Oh,
your first
going
Stampede
on.
of the game. King RD, times are getting worse here for the old man as he might go down here, and he will. It's Witch Doctor who gets the last grab. Oh, Angel, though, is going to make it out safe.
Radiant's top
Rotation
tower
Oh,
is
he
under
ended up
attack.
taking tower aggro. That's no good.
Yeah, the
But
whole time he's getting hit in the ass on the way out. But luckily for him,
Congrats.
Brew also does not have Primal Split, so he can't, quick split, Cyclone, or anything like that. Well,
And down in bottom, Zinder's. He's
oh, what the
going for
hell
the
was
Hail
that?
Mary
Yeah,
dust.
that was like, hey, anyone here? Nope. That's just victory dust right now. And
There you go.
Baga waiting nearby, using up that clarity. Level 4, level 2 Burrow Strike. Maybe thinking about making it go on Ben Jess here, but they also might not know that Ogre's here, Brian. And he's, hello. Hi. Hi, you're in my spot. I was there before. Now I'm going to fire blast you. Baga's going to have to
These are
stand
some
still and walk
popular
away.
trees.
Yeah, this
This
is
is
a
a
nice little nook
this
I
little
should take
grove
note
here.
of when I play pubs, I guess. Oh, top lane. Well,
Up top.
yeah, distracted with the nook. It's going to be Daiko who picks up a sweet kill right there.
Angel was able to get a good level 4 double edge off onto the Brewmaster.
He's getting pretty close to his blink now. He's over 1K. Not too shabby here. 7 minutes in. Your Centaur finding the way. Ares continues to farm it on up even with low life and mana. But mid lane, though, it's the back-end burst from Timbersaw that takes down
Radiant's
Ned.
middle tower
And
is
that's
under
just
attack.
Arch Nemesis going to work. Timbersaw versus Nio. Timbersaw loves to just beat down that ball of energy. 1 to 7, though.
He's
It's
still wanting to
GG
make
Gaming.
something happen. He sees these stacks. He might want to try to disrupt it. I don't think he can, though. I think it's a bit too much for him.
Just get that information. But bottom lane, though, to make a move forward, Zyndrals, he will go down. Ogre Magi quickly falls, but King RD, oh, one more whip would have done it. He wants it. Come here, old man. Boom! Got him. Old man, broken hip, now on the floor, but he does end up getting caught out with the Burrow Strike. But look who it comes. It's Citadel looking to bring the burst pain. Gren
Not enough
trying to
mana
get
for-
away.
not
Nope,
enough
no
mana for
man. He
split.
almost
Oh,
does.
yeah,
Now he
no,
does.
no, no.
Yeah, he's going to banana split this one, and Wisp goes down. Brewmaster going to get redemption, however, here. If he can take it to Benjaz. Burrow Strike on the way in. Stops Timber. They also throw him up in the Cyclone here. Benjaz still on the retreat. Uh-oh, Daiko.
Got a rock coming in.
Oh, this cask on the Brew Bears. He's not throwing it out, though. He's holding it, but they end up losing the Razor. Now he throws out the stun here. Gren, oh, that's a
Oh,
whiff.
the
Timber
miss.
Chain. Gren might get away with this now, and he will. He
They really
steps
need that
behind.
Timber Chain to hit. He had Maledict on him, too. That would have been a lot
Am I
more
missing
damage.
something? You didn't want to throw the cask on the Bears that they could have bounced on each other?
Yeah, I don't know.
Radiant's
Bears aren't
top
immune to
tower
cast.
is under
Last time I
attack.
checked, I don't know. Maybe I missed something. But regardless, Razor will ultimately go down. Union Gaming still up and ahead, 9-3, but it is Pain Gaming who slightly walk away with a bit more gold. Not too bad. Not too bad. Okay, mid lane. You know, 40R has been pretty quiet. I don't think he's been getting involved with these fights, Brian, so he's just got his Midas and he's going to farm on up.
Yep, that's kind of what he has to do at this point. Pain is effectively lost this early game, so they really need to just
Focus
cut
on
their
the late game.
losses. Yeah, cut their losses. Focus on getting up there, and he's gonna start working on these stacks a little bit.
Yeah.
Wait for him down.
Morphling has the potential to just kind of take the game back very, very easily, but Union
Radiant's
Gaming, they
top
don't want
tower
that.
is
They
under
want to
attack.
go quick. They want to go fast. Need for speed time right now. Zyndrals, he's moving through, waiting for this 10-minute rune, which is going to pop up here momentarily. He went with the 3 levels in Ignite, not going with the max into Fire Blast first, and then the multicast, you know. Everyone has their own debate about it as far as reliable damage and just kind of going for the RNG.
Yeah, I mean, 40% at level 1 now on the Fire Blast, I think is too good to pass up maxing your Fire Blast.
Radiant's top tower is
Yeah,
under
Fire
attack.
Blast is great.
Personally.
Fantastic burst potential.
I mean, it just
Radiant's
depends
top
on like what
tower
you're doing.
has
If you're
fallen.
chasing more, Ignite is really long cast range, or at least it feels super long. It's pretty long, but it doesn't really. It slows slightly more. The slow doesn't scale that well. It's 2% at each level. I don't know. It's an interesting trade-off. It also
is.
costs more
I agree.
mana.
Yes, it
I don't
absolutely
know. I
does.
feel like if you're running support ogre, Fire Blast is almost always better, just because of the buff to multicast now.
He's just a creep away from getting that multicast. There it is. Got it now. Immediately puts it in the ultimate. So he has a level 2 Fire Blast multi to work with for now. Gets that D ward bottom lane, a little bit of that vision
I'll take that back. I
and-
said it was more mana efficient, but they cost the exact same at all levels.
Oh, whoa! Baga gets jumped out very easily and quickly bursted down. They're on the hunt for the wall. Citadel not done yet. Centaur does press back, but he's got a job to do, and he takes out a double kill for Citadel's
Union
Timbersaw.
Gaming.
And he needs to try to get away from this now. A long Timber Chain puts him back in behind. Gren not close enough to get off the clap just yet. He's making his way up. He still has mana for another Timber Chain. Will use it. And like a trapeze artist, he just quickly flies out after he gets the job done.
Radiant's
Nice
bottom
grab there for
tower
Union
is
Gaming. They
under
pick up a
attack.
sweet couple of kills. Push ahead even further, 11-3.
Union Gaming's looking really, really good at this point.
Radiant
If they can keep
structures
this
are
momentum
fortified.
going and turn this into some
Radiant's
objectives,
bottom tower
Yeah.
is under
they might be
attack.
looking for their first legitimate win in
Dire's
Summit.
top tower is under
This is
attack.
good. They need to follow it up. Get those objectives, like you said. Restrict that farm from Morphling and Necro. If they don't have the farm to go to and they feel suffocated, they won't get to that pinnacle point they want. But for now, I think they're still pretty comfortable finding farm on their own side, so it's not too shabby here. Pain Gaming might just
Dire's
accept that
top
they're going to
tower
lose
is
a couple of
under
tier
attack.
1s, lose a couple of fights.
Radiant's
Their
bottom
time to shine
tower
will
is
come.
under attack.
They'll just have to be patient.
And they're going to send 4 heroes bottom.
Dire's
Union
top
Gaming, they
tower is
really
under
want this
attack.
tower.
Yeah, they do. Benjaz
Yeah.
is here first, but he could get caught out from Baga. Still no blink on this Sand King, but they're going to cross paths right now. Oh, Baga runs right into trouble. Big burst is there. Sand King gets blown up. Primal Split is able to come off before he's taken down, and now he turns it over Benjaz under huge pressure. They throw out the rock on him, but he's able to step away and use that mech. Now Citadel in pursuit. Can he get the wisp? So low, he gets it with one last right click. Mega kill for Citadel. Brew, whoa, very low right there. Now that cask, there it is, going to work. Nice Death Ward drop. They take down Brew. King RD, one of the lone survivors here. They finish off the tower.
He's not getting out alive.
Yeah, he's not. Jump forward, hoof stomp catches. It's Angel with the double kill. UG come out huge with that one. They go 4 for none at the end of that. They push ahead 15-3, and I'm wondering where has this Union Gaming been all tournament long?
Yeah.
Dire's middle tower
I think
is under
Panthers
attack.
really greedy with their lanes here. 40R was able to get a tower up top, I
Yep.
believe. So that was a decent trade. They made the best out of a bad situation there, but
Out of a
it's
5
still-
versus 4 as well. Morphling, I don't believe, was involved with any of that. Just
Right.
persistent on his farm. So, you know, obviously Pain are going into these with a bit of a disadvantage, but they're not getting anything out of it. You'd hope for at least 1 or 2 kills in exchange. Really make them sweat out for it, but they get everything they want. They take down 4 and the tower. It's big. Now, mind you, the more they give over here to Union Gaming, at the point if Morphling does bring in Big Farm and he starts getting pickoffs, that rubber band, it's a real thing, Brian.
could pop right back.
Absolutely, it'll snap you right in the mouth. And you'll have to shut up as you'll see your base get ripped apart from a Morphling. So we'll see if Union Gaming hold this big
Radiant's
advantage
middle
and
tower
don't look to
is
let it
under
go.
attack.
It's a precious thing.
Dire's top
They're so
tower
precious.
is
You have to
under
just
attack.
coddle it and hold it in your
Exactly.
hands.
Gotta pull out your inner coddle guy and take care of that. So top
So we got
lane-
another
No, go ahead.
5 heroes
structures
around an
are
objective thing going on.
fortified.
Yeah,
They
need
want this mid
Dire's
tower, but they
top
really
tower
have to be
is
careful
under
here because
attack.
Morphling is just going to town on this
Radiant's
tower.
middle
He's
tower
morphing
is
all
under
his
attack.
into all agility and just slamming it.
It's taking him a bit of muscle here. They could always relocate in. Now your tier 1 is going to go down mid lane. The Glyph is already
Dire's
used. So
top
great grab
tower
top
is
lane
under
though.
attack.
Angel tries to make it go on Morphling. Now runs into a Burrow Strike. Now he might be the one in trouble, forced to pull out a defensive stampede to run away from this.
Dire's
Pain Gaming
bottom
can't get a
tower
grab,
is
but they
under
also are
attack.
safe. It looks like for now. Wow, that Morph with his very low strength eats a lot of damage from that Razor Nuke. But they do make it out. No one hits the deck.
Yeah, Plasma's Field, even though it had that nerf, it still hits just as hard as it did if you're on the outside of it. And that is 370 damage. It hurts.
Big damage.
A little bit
coming out.
of dewarding action going on.
Razor's been on the up and up ever since his early double kill that happened in that bottom lane. He had his mech, and now he's looking to go right for the BKB. He already has his drums as well. He's got a nice bit of foundation behind this Razor. But he's going Ags.
I don't. It could be an Ags. Usually point booster is always what you get first, but maybe in
Yeah.
this situation he wanted the strength. I'm not sure. It could be. A BKB's not. It's a good BKB game for sure. It's just I feel like it's a little early. Maybe they want to finish the game early though. So.
Yeah, it's true. I mean, you need to take towers against this kind of a lineup, so that's where Ags benefits, but you also want to make sure you get the most you can out of these fights. And it's going to be an Ags. The Blade Alacrity now bought in his
Okay.
stash, so there's
I
your
think-
confirmation. So they
I
want to
think
be
that's
able
a
to
better
take
choice.
objectives. Yeah. In this kind of a game, you need to get the job done quickly. Now they make the jump on 40R. But here comes Hell. Baga looking to press on forward here. Baga still needs to get his Blink Dagger on the Sand King, mind you. He's 16 minutes in. He's so close. He's just under 100 gold. Just take that
Radiant's
little
top
bit of me
tower is
time,
under
take that
attack.
creep here and there, and get that Blink Dagger. It's just so crucial. The gap closing ability on Sand King is probably some of the best in the game.
Dude, just go Sandstorm.
There you go. Just anywhere.
Just go do. Just
Anywhere.
go do.
Anywhere. Up there, down there. You know, I guess
He's
he
probably
wants
just
to
gonna-
be near the side
Tower
shop
is
where he can
under
grab it
attack.
quickly
Yeah.
and get a TP.
That
but
efficiency.
mid lane, though, multi on Ned. This Wisp forced to tether away from trouble, and they actually pulled out the Stampede. I thought they were going to go into pursuit. It was a tussle, it looked like, with King RD, and Angel used it to step back instead. So that Stampede not really
There's
getting
that
a lot
Blink
out of
Dagger.
it, but there it is.
Dire's
Better late than never
bottom tower
for
is
Baga
under
as he
attack.
does finally get that Blink and Shoes. Is what he's got to his
Dire's
name.
structures
But they also
are
pick up a
fortified.
tower here. 40R gets the bottom
Radiant's
tier 1
top
tower
tower
on his
is under
Morphling as he
attack.
continues to bring in some more inheritance. He's going to go, well, I don't know. It's hard to say yet. He
Dire's
doesn't go
bottom
Perseverance
tower
first,
is
so this
under
could be an
attack.
ultimate orb for Lincolns, or it could be an
Radiant's
early
middle
Scotty.
tower is under attack.
In this kind of a game, it might just be the Scotty. I don't see a lot that Lincolns is going to really prevent, except for Fire
It's-
Blast.
Scotty this early though, it's so meh. It's just not
Nah.
meh.
Nice.
I don't feel like it does anything.
Ooh,
Oh,
big
it's
Burrow
Anderson
Epi on the
coming in.
bench, Jazz. Oh, Razor's in huge trouble. Can we get enough right clicks coming out? One more? Yes, it's going to be 40-yard. Grabs the nice kill. Uses his replicate. It's a hit and run on your Razor. They take him down.
That's a great pickup. They really need that. The Morphling has been the one shining light for Pain Gaming this game so far. He hasn't died yet. He's 1-0. He's got 110 CS. Net worth is the highest on the board.
Yeah. He'll be back. He'll be back into this one, and he can put the team on his watery back, and they can slip and slide their way into a victory, that's for sure. So 40R, he'll step back and just continue to farm up like he's been doing, and just grabbing towers and kills like that is just kind of the frosting on the cake of this game for him. So
Yeah.
we'll see.
King
though.
RD, however, Dirt Poor, 0-5, boots and a bracer.
We'll see. There'll still be a point. If he does manage to throw together something like an... I mean, I don't know. This game, Agnum's, like, who's the precious target you want to get out of the game? Or do you just kind of go more full sustain? He does have a staff, so it's hard to say what it's going to be between.
Probably might be that Atos build that we've been seeing out of a lot of Necros lately.
We
I
have
think
been
the last
seeing
time I
Atos.
saw King RD play Necro, he went Atos as
Yeah.
well.
But, you know, with just a staff, Atos, Yules, Agnums, 4 staff.
Yules wouldn't be a bad choice.
You know, there's a
I
lot
like
of options there.
Yules on Necro a lot.
We'll see. As Union Gaming are smoked up. I think they're feeling a little bit desperate to kind of make the best out of this. Now Citadel has his Bloodstone. It's time to get some charges on that bad boy. And
That's
I
a
do
pretty
love-
good Bloodstone
I
timing.
do love
It's 5
Bloodstone
now.
on against the Necro too. So
Mm-hmm.
we'll have a low death timer to make sure you keep coming back. Even though Necro will be there to add 30 seconds on top of it. Any little bit can help.
Right.
Bottom lane, though, they're going to press forward. Razor does have his levels 2 Eye of the Storm at the
Dire's
ready
top
here. He's
tower
only
is
one
under
component,
attack.
just that point booster away
Radiant's
from
bottom
finishing the
tower is under
Ags
attack.
as a mid lane Angel, the lone defender of this tier 1. 40 yards here,
And
and he
Pa-
wants it.
I think Pain is going to take this top tower. Union Gaming does not have a glyph, whereas they do. They might be able to get this tier 2 for tier 2 trade.
Yeah, they might get a tier
Radiant
1 and
structures
a
are
tier 2 here with
fortified.
how Morphling does this
Radiant's
mid lane
bottom
possibly, but
tower
no,
is
he'll
under
pull back.
attack.
So it's a tier 2 bottom that is now under pressure after the glyph, and just as the top tier 2 is about to go down, we do need a sec, apparently, according to Union Gaming Citadel. There might be a touch of lag. I suppose we could have asked both teams, though the last time we had 2 of the Southern American teams go at it, we did try out the Brazil server, Brian, and
Oh.
it was not good. It was not,
It was
even
not
as
good?
good as East. So, you know,
Oh, wow.
I would have offered it, but
We're
I
playing on
think-
East.
So, East is probably the best we
Dire's
could do.
top
I mean,
tower has fallen.
I don't know.
Is Pain going to try to defend this? They TP the Morphling in. They send another TP down the tower. Is that going to be a time to relocate in the back line, though?
Yeah, big damage coming through. It's Citadel, though, coming up with that huge burst damage. Now even Daiko in a bit of trouble, but the Reaper Scythe, even though it throws out, it doesn't complete. They do eventually take him down. It's Morphling who sweeps up the kill on his 40R. And, well, it is going to be him ultimately who goes down for 50 seconds. The last bear, the last member standing. It's still Union Gaming who come out
That-
huge. Citadel's Timber Saw. Unbelievable stuff.
Yeah, I think I don't really understand why Pain threw so much at that defense of the
Radiant's
tower. It was
bottom
already
tower
dead by
is
the time the
under attack.
relocate went in. They didn't have the tower to help them. They went in kind of split up. The Panda got there before the rest of the team was able
Dire's
to
top
from the
tower
relocate.
is
So
under attack.
just a not
Radiant's
good
bottom
execution from
tower
Pain
is
and a
under
good job
attack.
from Union Gaming to just jump on top of them and bring him down.
They make the best out of it, and this is their best time to shine. But the problem is they're lacking a bit of extra oomph for the push. They can't quite get the tier 3
Right.
down, and it's still relatively early, so the death timers aren't really long. So already Pain Gaming are back up and on their feet, though they do eat a bit of damage on that tower. They lose a lot. They lose everyone. It's a 5-for-1 trade at the end of it, and a huge, huge benefit for this Timber Saw. He just got that Bloodstone. It's at 12 charges now. So he's got a lot of resources to work
That's
with.
dirty.
2,600 gold. I'm really curious to see what he does from here. If he goes more snowball-y, just more mobile, he could grab a Blink
It's
Dagger.
a blink. I
Yeah,
like it.
Just as I said it to man. Can you get one more second so I can look that much better there, Citadel, buddy? But he gets the blink. I love it. This is what you do when you feel like you're on top of the world on your Timber Saw game. If you have to fall back on something else later and contribute with maybe a Shiva, so be it. But he is feeling pretty good, feeling nice and frisky. So now he's going to be that much more in the face of Pain Gaming, and that's not what they want. So Union Gaming, man, they're looking real good. But top, it's Pain Gaming. They're trying to make a push here.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're expecting to get from this positioning, though. There's no towers to push. They're kind of, I guess, just farming as a group.
There's no tier 2 here, so they have a long road ahead of them. And Union Gaming with some rotations here. Oh, Citadel is in Viz. Oh, if they hang around too long in this top lane, we could have trouble. Ned is going to hang out nearby as the escape But look who's coming in from the back door. Citadel will
Ned.
see him and take him down immediately if he gets him. Immediate burst. Godlike streak for Citadel, as Wisp really never had the chance. The second they see him go down, Baga gets the hell out of there. And of course, 40R goes right to the mid lane, but he is greeted now by a hoof stomp. The Lincolns is going to be taken down from the double edge. Quickly steps back Angel, but look who it is. Citadel's back. He moves forward, eats damage from that waveform, so he cannot blink quite yet. But there's the blink. Ooh, Chakram not going to catch the mark. 40R still on the walk away. And it looks like Citadel will just kind of step out from that one. So they come up with a support grab right there, and more charges for Citadel. It's still Union Gaming, man.
And Salt in the Wound, Daiko already has his Aghanim Scepter on Witch Doctor.
Oh,
22
bang!
minutes
They do get a nice kill on Razor in the top lane. It looks like they used the relocate in. Baga was persistent in waiting out that top lane. Eventually they come across Razor, who's by his lonesome. They relocate in, and they take him home for an extra 30 seconds.
Indeed, and yeah, like I was saying before that kill happened, Daiko already got up his Aghanim Scepter this early. It's still a level 1 Death Ward, so he needs to get a little more experience at the level 11. Yeah. But that's a really great early pickup if they're going to be trying to 5-man up and push these towers down.
Yeah, and they have reasonable lockdown with it. I mean, the hoof stomp, and with all that pressure coming in your face from Timbersaw, you can't make your way past those two to get to where Witch Doctor is to stop him. But here we go, 40R though. Oh man, he jumps on forward, and well, it is going to be Timbersaw who does go down to Morphling. He
just respawned
I know.
That's
I got
why.
so flabbergasted because he respawned immediately.
It messed me up too. I was like, who died
But
there?
that is a huge bounty swing. Morphling just picked in like 1K gold from that.
737 for the godlike streak kill, and wow.
Wow. So
That's huge.
That's a lot of gold, and apparently Citadel just couldn't get the suicide off quite in time, and he got taken advantage of, and now Morphling, his pockets are getting pretty full now. He's got his Lincolns already, and this could be the early start towards his first real offensive item. I mean, I'm rattling my brain. I mean, is this a shotgun kind of a game? I'm seeing a lot of meat and muscle on Union Gaming side.
I still think it has to be. Even though there's not a lot of easy pickoffs to be had, I think it's still
big damage.
See the split coming out.
Oh, they do get the split though. Preemptive split. If they walk away here, they can force him to waste the split, and it only does cost them the stampede for it. Actually, the Eye of the Storm did come out from Benjaz, so they do use that as well. But still, splits down, and that could be troublesome for Brew here as they begin to press down this mid lane.
Yeah, it's decision time here for Union Gaming. They feel the pressure from this Morphling a bit, and they're having to decide whether they just want to, take these towers at all costs, or maybe, back up, farm rush. And Pain, every time Union Gaming is pushing a tower, Pain is positioned here. They've been just all up in the safe line of their enemy constantly.
40R muscling Angel here, showing that he is fine and content on being in this lane. Even waveforms forward. The hoof stomp comes out, but he already replicated back. Now they do spot out King RD, but they can't stop him from TPing, unfortunately. No stun there. In fact, when you look at their team, the stun situation is not necessarily the best. It's the hoof stomp and the cask. Actually, they have Fire Blast as well, so I guess it's there. It's there. What am I talking about? But, they don't have anyone there physically to stop him from getting away, so Plane, who have been planting themselves in this top lane, make their swift escape, and they add pressure to the top lane, preventing Union Gaming from making any sort of push mid. They don't get any tower damage, really, on this tier 2.
Nope. Oh, you go get stomped here. Lincoln's broke. Stun coming out.
Is he going to go for the ward? Does he think it's worth it at this point? I think he knows that he could get away from this.
There's no cask.
There's the ward. What?
I don't think he had vision.
He did
that
not,
was
so that ward is not going to really come to use that well, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Well, it is what it is. Unfortunately, Morph just turns the corner and hides in the shadows, and Union Gaming, on paper, 21-7. It looks like fantastic stuff from him. But look at the gold already. It's going right back towards Pain. I mean, I think that this is going to get more and more nerve-wracking. They lose their Centaur now bottom. We see the last second of that as he gets quickly bursted down from 40R. And I don't know, man. I think 40R's Morphling is going to become a true beast that Union Gaming might not be able to tame.
Yeah, I don't. I actually think the Union Gaming is looking pretty bad at this point.
Yeah.
They kind of let this game get a little bit out of hand by grouping up early and just kind of letting the Morphling do his thing in other lanes, and weren't able to be convincing enough in their objective taking Even though they got up
Dire's
really
bottom
big
tower
in terms of
has
kill score,
fallen.
that doesn't always matter. And we'll see the Ghost Scepter coming out from Morphling, so it will be that Blade.
All right.
And he's got enough for it now after selling his Aqua.
Man, oh man, so he's pretty much got it together, and they get that easy tier 2 on the bottom lane, which makes it that much easier on getting a hold of that Blade. And
Pain actually has the tower advantage now.
yeah, they have map control as well. They're all well past the river. They're in Union Gaming territory. Union Gaming, they need to come together, and they need to try to take this game back as they push forward.
no,
Chakram,
no, Ned.
can they get Ned? Ned, nice tether up and over the high ground to Grandma's Toss.
No
We
Basharino,
go
please.
towards Brew, and yeah, Roche is like, hey, hold on a second, you little son of a bitch. All right, see you later.
Get off my lawn.
Get the hell out of my tiny apartment. And he makes it out safe. No grab right there for Union Gaming. They move as a group, but they come up short.
Yeah, this is a very interesting game for me, just to see what is actually like truly valuable in terms of strategy, because we saw Union Gaming just absolutely decimate in terms of team fights, organization, even objective taking for the first 15 minutes. But Pain just said, you know what? Every time they push us 5, we're just going to push somewhere else, force them to come back. They even lost that fight convincingly in the bottom lane, but that was their big mistake. Their big mistake was trying to defend with their full team. Every other time they've been S4, letting the Morphling farm, and the one time they tried to fight S5, they lost.
Yeah. And the thing
so
was after they won that fight on bottom and they pressed into the base, they really didn't have the damage to get a lot done. It makes me wonder if maybe instead of Witch Doctor, I can't remember the bans, but what if they'd gotten something like the Jakiro to have that liquid fire there at the ready. Because Death Ward really, what use has it made right now? Even with an Agnums on hand, it's not like you have your Chronosphere. It's not like you have a Ravage or something that's locking everyone in their place to take full optimal damage. You have just the Fire Blast and just the Hoof Stomp outside of yourself. So you're kind of hoping for a best case scenario with your Death Ward. I just feel like maybe
Dire's
someone who
middle
could have added an
tower is
extra
under
pushing,
attack.
sieging power as a support could have probably offered a little bit more this game, and so they could have gotten more on that bottom lane.
I would agree. You think of Razor as a pretty strong pushing hero, but he has to get that Ags up first, and
Yeah.
they just haven't had a way to push early, and that's really what they needed to take advantage of the skill score they had. Like I said early on, they had to turn those into objectives, and Pain actually has more towers than they have at this point.
Yeah, still 2 tier 2s.
They haven't taken Roche either. There has been no Roche.
Yeah. I can understand it's always complicated to go into a Roche
They don't have a
at
good
this
team for
point
it
in the
either.
game. Yeah, it's just it's too hairy of a situation. And at this point, if you hand over a big Roche, especially to the side of Pain Gaming, you might as well just call it game. But they're scouting at 40-yard mid lane. Can they take him down before he replicates out, though? They're going for it. Jump, hoof stomp. He leaves so quick, he doesn't even get the hoof stomp off in time. He called Stampede as blinking. I don't know if maybe he could have timed the hoof stomp a little bit better, but we're still in question as far as if they would have even been able to burst down Morphling as it is.
Pain, they're going to make the great escape up here.
Yeah,
Now the
they're getting
Morphling's
nothing.
gone, they need to back on out.
Now Union Gaming just coming up short as far as any sort of engagement. This is going to be the 3rd or 4th time I'm seeing them trying to grab someone, but they just constantly make it out. Wisp by the Ancients. There with mid lane going on Morphling. Now this top lane. Union Gaming, man. Slipping away from him slowly. And look who it is bottom. 40-yard jumping forward. Relocate coming in
What a
from
team.
Ned. And they bring
the
in
base.
Brew. Angel. This is going to be a takedown. Very nice grab. Cyril does show up. Can he burst down
Now
Wisp
split
at
in the
least?
base.
Oh, big Death Ward, though, on 40-yard. Forces him to waveform to the low ground. Now they do lose the Wisp. Brew is desperately on the run, trying to get away from these 3. But I don't think he'll be going anywhere. They move on back. This Earth Spirit. Back in the base we go. And, well, yeah, there he goes. Immediately taken down. It's a relocate attempt to take down a
That
Centaur,
was-
but they lose 2.
That was some lack of patience from Pain, I think. The relocate into the enemy's base, splitting in about here, pretty deep.
Yeah.
Not the most patient move from them.
Maybe
When
they thought they
kind
could
of
burst Centaur quicker, but
yeah,
he's
it
got a
was
Sage now.
pretty risky. It was just super risky considering they still have this game as long as they just don't lose it. That's a way to lose the game. If the Morphling ends up dying there, and not being able to waveform away, if he dies to that Death Ward, all of a sudden this advantage they've been clawing for 10 minutes kind of goes away.
You know who's been real quiet also is this Necro, King RD. I'm missing my Reaper Slice coming out from him, and he's just...
He's been farming. He's been catching up in farm while everything's been going
He's got
on.
that rod, and now an Agnums. If he gets you, you're gone. It's like an old man grabbing your ears and pinching them. It hurts, you feel it forever, and you'll be out for that long. So we'll see what it's going to be his time to shine. Right now he's just split pushing top is Union Gaming in the mode of we got to do something. My God. It's very apparent this 40R Morphling is becoming quite the titan, and we need to be able to slay him. We need to be able to take the base, so they are forcibly pushing this bottom lane right now.
Yeah, I think this is kind of going to be your game in a nice little bite-sized piece.
Possible all or nothing, I guess. And they go in and they do get the tier 3. No real split push. They are going for the mid lane tier 2. They get it, but in the base. Oh, here we go. Relocate, jump forward, clap, primal split right now. No one hits the deck just yet. Wisp is going to be the first to go down, but 40R is cleaning out the back line. Takes down Centaur. Now those Cyclone going to be thrown up from your brew. King RD is now here and ready to party. Citadel, though, jumping through big Epi. Not going to be quite enough to break. They take down the Razor, and it looks like they're trying to retreat out. Ogre gets out with a TP. Can Daiko be as lucky he can't? Adaptive strike in the backhand side, and a few more right clicks. They take down, and it's going to be Pain Gaming who come out big, losing just their Wisp 4-4.
Man, if you watch Witch Doctor in that fight, he was downhill, tried to throw up a Witch Doctor ult on the high ground, but he did not hit anyone. I don't know if that's the second Death Ward I've seen him put out that I don't think did any damage. That was really important for them in that fight, and I think that was one of the main reasons why they lost it.
I feel like the Witch Doctor grab, I appreciate it, and I know Bulba is someone who loves to get it in a counter situation to Brew because the cask works so nicely between the bears. But outside of that, his Death Ward, it's just not feeling like it's synergizing that well with his team where he can just get as much damage as possible out with it. So I just kind of step back and go back to the maybe if they filled this role with a different kind of support with a little bit more siege power, even with that big push bottom lane, they just finished that tier 3, which was already pretty heavily wounded. They didn't get a Rex. They didn't get anything else.
I think the Witch Doctor's okay. It just comes down to execution. If he waits, if he's a little more patient with that Death Ward, I think they clean up the end of the fight instead of losing it.
All right. Fair enough. Fair enough. And they could still be finding big value out of the cask on the Brew. I couldn't quite see it through the hot mess of a fight it was if he did get an optimal off there, but for now, they'll move on through their own territory, doing their sweeps. Want to make sure no Pain Gaming are taking away their farm, but Pain Gaming have already been here. And whoa, Baga. He blinks forward into him, and then quickly sees what I made a bad decision. 4 staffs away, and Burrow strikes out to safety.
I immediately regret this decision.
Exactly. And 40R, who has got a replicate to fall back on, is creeping in this top lane here. Union Gaming are kind of bamboozled as far as what they want to go for. I think they still want to make a go on Baga. They see him there with the ward. They jump forward. Citadel gets off big chakram damage. Fire Blast gets him on the way to the low ground. Ogre grabs it for them. Now a Stampede on the way back. A relocate in. King RD blows them both up, and that's a ward you want to see. That's... Oh, yeah, buddy.
Couldn't have said it better.
Couldn't have said it any better myself. It's just like finally he gets his release. That's the ward we've been waiting for. I didn't even know they were going to relocate right back. I was just still looking into the base and seeing if 40R they were going to pressure even harder, but they bounce right back and into the arms of Citadel.
Oh, what is the split from...
Oh, he splits mid-lane. Oh, that's got to be a misclick.
Yeah.
Did he mean to clap instead?
Pain, come on, guys. Yeah, they kind of had this game if they just execute well. And we see two plays by Ned with the relocate into the enemy base and the relocate there after their ally was already dead and trying to get away and downhill even away from the fight. It's just they just had to play this game patiently, and that's
they're trying to do Roche. They don't hit hard though, Brian. I mean, outside their spells, which don't really work on
terrible Roche.
their right click is pillows. They're throwing pillows at Roche, but their burst is great. Their magic
and
damage
not even
is
like
real
the memory foam kind that really hurt, like
No.
the really like the goose down pillows. Yeah. Not even those.
It's a joke.
Like the really crappy ones.
Soccer bopper is probably like what we're swinging with right now. 40R gets a little harassed from 2, but he's got a Scotty. The Morphling is thick.
Oh, he's got
big hit there on Ben Jeffs. Line up, take him down. And they do scout out his replicate, which he does eventually bounce to out from his top lane. He's back near the Roche Pit area, and looks like we're going to get a pause here from your brew on the side of Pain Gaming. Maybe he's come to terms with it. Might have been lag that caused him to press the R button, Brian. I don't know.
Who knows?
Yeah, he still got it down though for 50 seconds about. Is it their chance to kind of move in and do Roche? I mean, all the lanes are pretty far pushed forward into Union Gaming. They do have a lineup that can Roche at least a bit quicker. Morphling's
I think they want to wait.
Overcharge. You know, who knows?
I think they want to wait until splits up.
All right.
That would be my main specification there, because while splits down, if Union Gaming forces a fight, I think they still win a 5v5 fight in the pit with the Ags Death Ward.
All right. We'll see, though, as Union Gaming now have themselves pressed back into their base, and Pain Gaming are splitting throughout the lanes. You got Baga down here with the DD waiting in the woods, ready to go. Level 2 Epi, of course, looks like he's going to build forward towards the Veil. More Magic Burst damage to come, of course, so we'll see as he's still camping about. No one in the area as of yet, and it's going to be Wisp hanging out side by side with Brew, and that could be potentially your new relocate bomb if something is to break out here, which Union Gaming, they want a scuttle. They want a brawl. They want to make a fight club happen, and we'll see if they find anything.
That's got to be their focus right now, is they really need to fight. They need to force fights, force pickoffs, and then try to go down to this bottom lane and finish off these racks. That should be their main objective. Baga, he's going to get caught out being a little bit greedy farming again.
Uh-oh. Citadel is a mad moving machine here with that Stampede and double Chakram. He is chopping down these trees. You have nowhere to hide, sir, and it's Baga who gets blown up. Benjaz does pick up the last hit on that one. His Razor gets taken down from time to time. He's 8-5 as far as things go, but he's got his BKB now at the ready. Still fresh, 9 seconds to work with, but 40R is relentless with his top lane split push. Look at this guy. Just, hey, how's it going now? I'm just going to try to finish this tower. So close. It's going to be Angel. Gets the hoof stomp off, but he wants to finish it. Waveform out to his replicate, and he does take down the tower. So it's slow. It's a painful tower siege, but hey, a win's a win. An objective is an objective, I guess.
Yeah, it's like I said before, it's still just looking good for Pain. If they can, keep this up, play patiently, keep this siege Dota going, I don't see what they can do. UG, they just kind of look flustered. They're having to go to different positions. They're having to deal with a Morphling that just kind of chills at their base. They want to go with 5, but every time they do, the Morphling's just taking down towers. We'll see the Ags pick up finally from Citadel. I like that. I mean, it's just so good.
Yeah, even it adds a lot to Timber's late game, which he kind of lacked a little bit before. Now with double Chakram, it's a huge. It takes a lot of resources to use, but at this point, he's got the Bloodstone on top of the Ags and his Arcanes. He can make it work. So they smoke up, looking around bottom. 40R's here in lane, but he's hiding on the side. Oh, they're going to see Gren.
Angel. He's got a replicate down for 1 second.
They jump forward. They're all over the place. There is 3 different fights possibly breaking out. They're looking for Baga here near the bottom, but on the backhand lines, Angel might be caught out from behind from your Morphling. Still on the hunt, though, for Baga is Union Gaming. Will they be able to burst him down in time? They will, but King RD is also now here, and they focus on him. He's leeching up. Huge damage for this one is Benjaz. Wisp is here. Can he save him in time? He can't. Double kill for Benjaz. It's Morphling is pushing in bottom. He's not a part of this fight whatsoever. They clean house. They take down 3. Angel gets away from that Morphling because Morphling's like, my team's losing on the front lines. I need to go and maybe just add pressure on the bottom. He's going to go right towards the base to prevent Union Gaming from pushing down mid.
Radiant's middle tower
That
is
goes through
under
another
attack.
death ward that did no damage that time.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
The Necro was dead and the Wisp wasn't even in range and he just threw it down. It's like, I mean, it's okay to just kind of throw down Death Ward as Witch Doctor because the mana cost and duration is not bad at all. As you see 40R skirmishing visitors here.
Oh, now they're nervous here. As they press mid lane, they see the buyback, and they'll pull out. The Angel goes down, though, to 40R, and now they force more to come on rotate through. Daiko does show up. Zindrals has to turn away here from the Morphling.
This guy's playing so well.
Like a shark in water, he's just on the outside. Ooh, goes to the high ground, will be able to get away. Can't quite catch up, so... You know, Morphling gets a nice grab of his own. It's still numbers for Union Gaming as far as the overall death count, I guess you could say. But still, they move forward towards the base. They don't do much damage inside the base. As far as damage to the base, it's still Pain Gaming who have more done.
You know, in American football, there's this tradition where the quarterback takes the offensive line out to dinner to just show how much he appreciates them protecting him, right? Mm-hmm. I feel like Pain need to take 40R out to dinner after this game.
Should be his name now. So, for dinner, please.
He has been single-handedly, I think through his just placements, like where he's been, just his overall strategy of I'm going to be in this position, I'm going to be split pushing constantly whenever they group up as 5. Yeah. This is exceptional farming, knowing when to go in and getting a pick off. He's just kind of kept him into the game.
We had
very
seen
good
him
play.
Morphling, yeah. It's got to be one of his go-tos. He's done it before, and he looks to do it again here in this one as looking to take it to. Both these teams, of course, not still in contention as far as making the playoffs in the Summit 2, but Union Gaming looking to secure their first win, legitimate win. Oh, 40R though, jumped. Do they have enough burst? Double shocker pulled through, and not even that's enough to take him down to maybe about half life, and he just quickly walks away. And that could be a bit staggering to see here on the side of Union Gaming if you're a Union Gaming fan. I mean, Benjaz, yes, was not there, but he doesn't have any sort of additional lockdown to prevent Morphling from getting away.
All right. Has Roche died at all this match?
Nope, I think this is still the #1, the original Roche baby. So
wow. He's getting old. This is probably
he
one
will
of the
go down
older
quick
Roches
at
I've
this
ever
point
seen.
in the game with these heroes farmed up like they are. He'll go down real quick when the opportunity does show itself.
Oh no, man! That 9 armor, he's got 100 extra damage.
Yeah. Oh, does he get
He grows
stronger
a lot
with
faster
time
than he
too?
used to.
Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it. Okay, so that's right. But he also gets stronger after you beat him, right? He just comes back with a new respawn, or is that just changed entirely? I thought he only gets stronger, like back in the day, he only got stronger after you took him down, and then he came back stronger. I didn't know that it was just with time. He just continues to get buffer and buffer.
It's a specific. Okay, let me find the exact explanation
Here,
of this thing.
Enlighten me, enlighten some of the viewers who might not know, enlighten the viewers who do know and are probably calling me a retard right now. Enlighten everyone.
I gotta find this devotion thing.
Okay.
Every 4 minutes, Roshan gets stronger, gaining 20 extra slam damage, plus 500 HP, plus 10 damage, and plus 0.5 armor. That's every 4 minutes, whether or not he dies or not.
All right, good to know. Do you know if that was a recent thing or not?
No,
for
it's
some
always been there. It just got
justification.
buffed recently. Yeah, sorry, buddy.
It got buffed. No, it's okay. No, it's worthy to know. It might be one of just my old Dota habits. What was I talking with recently? Oh, I was like, I think it was Zyori. I'm like, yeah, you remember Radiance when it had its evasion? And they're like, that was so freaking long ago. And I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
oh.
That was with me.
Oh, that was with
That
you.
was me and you talking about it.
Oh, that's
Because
right.
it's a really awkward number. It's like 9%.
Oh!
Reaper Scythe missing again.
Nope, not going to
Getting
be
the
there,
damage.
King RD, but they do still get Angel. And now they could get Ogre here. They could take down 2. They could have big numbers here. 40R, shotgun to the mouth. Takes down Ogre. Now they want Citadel. Trying to get away. Burrow Strike not going to be there from Baga. Citadel very low still. Desperate to man fight it against 40R. He goes down. Low death timer because of it.
This
Daiko
is a
gets a
good
big
death
death ward off, but they still stand strong. 40R will not be broken. As now Ned jumps on down and aids his ally. Ned very low himself. Benjaz, can he hold it? BKB now withers down. He takes down Wisp, but he's getting beaten down from 3. Triple kill for 40R. Your Timbersaw about to come back with that low death timer, and it forces out the buyback from Razor, and it looks like Pain Gaming actually will pull back. They will not press on forward with their 3 cores after that fight, knowing that Razor and Timber are both alive.
40R had also morphed like full strength too. He wasn't going to be able to do much damage to that tower. He had like 5,000 HP.
Man, oh man. That death ward, though, not too bad.
It was a better death ward, indeed.
Fortunately, though, it's 40R who just looks like he's on a whole nother level above everyone else in this game. I mean, he's got about 10K more than next in line, which is your Razor. It's absolutely out of control at this point. But man, oh man. Pain Gaming here, though. A couple of casual throws, maybe some bad plays. This could rubber band back the other way. I mean, it was one point in this game that Union Gaming had the upper hand at about 9K advantage in net worth at what looks like about the 21-minute mark, but now pressing past 10K advantage for Pain Gaming. How the tides have turned.
Indeed.
It's the casual indeed.
That's one of my favorites, dude. Indeed.
So Benjaz,
Right you are.
Right, you know what? Absolutely. Absolutely. 2,300 gold on your Razor. Do you go for a refresher in this kind of game? I know he's... I mean, he already used his buyback, so he can actually spend something now if he wants to. Is a Razor worth it?
I agree entirely.
You do.
No. I don't know. I think the AC was a good pickup. I'm really not sure what he gets next. Refresher.
Dyer's top barracks are
This
under
Morphling, get out of here. Now he moves in. He brings the rack so damn low. It's only got about a quarter life left. He's just gonna walk in and try to finish it. He's so tempted. That
40
carrot
arm, man.
dangling on the string. Got it. Waveform. Oh, he
Now he
actually
gets
does
an
not
angel.
replicate. He does not replicate. He's staying in the base. Maledict's
Oh, no.
there. He might be caught out here now. He's eating a lot of huge damage. He does go down. Now he does have buyback. Lots of gold at the ready, about 3K
I
here.
think that's his first mistake of the game. That's only his second death, and he is done for 100 seconds.
Did
He does have
replicate
buyback.
expire as he waveformed or something? It looked like it was one of those casual waveform Houdini tricks that you see magicians do.
Maybe.
But this time the magician just, well, he fucked up. He got caught out, and now they're looking for Gren here. Gren on the run, has Primal Split. Might be forced to use it here, but no, he pops his haste instead, and he says, free little get out of jail free card with that one, and runs right back to his homeland.
Pain there. I don't. If I'm Union, I'm pushing this. You really need to force the buyback from this Morphling right now.
Yeah, I agree.
I feel.
I agree. They look through here and quick blink out as
Maybe
Pain
even go
getting
for the
caught.
Roche, even if they know they can't get it, just force the
Yeah.
buyback out
Yeah.
and
yeah.
then run away.
Can they do it though? Let's see.
The issue is they have to be careful about it though, because the Morphling does have
Oh,
and they are just
wow.
Dyer's
Yeah,
top
yeah. No,
barracks
well,
are under
they made a
attack.
trip of their own. The second they
Dyer's
have vision,
structures
which they have
are
wards all over
fortified.
the Roche pit, they see them going to Roche, they'll go for top. They
That
don't
was
get-
smart.
Now, they don't get much damage, though. I mean, that top racks had already been taken down. But it might have been enough to pull at least Citadel away from going to this Roche pit, which without him there, they can move in the Roche pit. Now King RD presses forward with his BKB, but now he's getting quickly taken advantage of from Benjaz, soaking in huge damage, mind you. Oh my goodness, so much, plus 216 right now as he's going to right-click it home. He will be able to take out Ned. That's a double kill. Benjaz just bringing it all forward. Morphling, where are you, buddy? In Fountain now, but he can't get quite get there. And now they're looking to go for Brew. It's Union Gaming getting a pretty good fight right now. Taking it to him. There's your Fire Blast. Gren might be in trouble here, and he will be. That's
Yeah, he
a
got
triple
left
kill.
40 Arch is farming mid and pushing.
He's like, that's
like,
it,
"Ah,
boys.
I don't think I can help you,
Plan
buddy."
B, a.k.a. Plan R. It's time to maybe rat this one to victory if we need to. Because team fight's not going the best. Oh!
Gosh, he's just gonna blow him up.
Hey, Ogre. How you doing?
It's time to bring out my shotgun calculator. I gotta see how much damage he's doing right now, because that was a lot.
Yeah, this kid's got a lot of agility right here. Currently sporting 162 plus 136 equals math. 315 plus 64. Pi, carry the R.
Carry the R.
A lot of frickin' damage, and it is going to be the refresher grab right here from your Razor. How was the time on his buyback, though? He's still got 2 minutes, so he can make that buyback money here in that 2 minutes, so I like
Yeah.
the grab there. Hey, double Eye of the Storm. If they make a big fight like that, and he somehow makes the base with double Eye of the Storm, there's your big siege power. We'll see, though. Union Gaming, they are making Pain Gaming sweat for this one. I have to give them that.
All right, so yeah, at 298 points of agility like he's got now, he's doing 1,736, I believe, or 56 damage with his full shotgun combo, and that's after reduction.
After reduction. Okay, so that's
A lot.
a lot. That's a lot. I
It hurts.
Your Ogre with just the smallest chip to his life would be a one-hit KO at that point.
Yeah,
so,
it's all of Ogre and Witch Doctor's HP,
yeah.
basically.
Man, oh man. Now they smoke up, though. Ooh, do they have the gunpowder, though, to take down 40R before he could just make his way out? Will 40R make a escape? Now, he doesn't have a replicate. Immediately bounces away, forced to pull out the BKB, thinks about turning for a fight. Now they pull out Stampede. They're trying to quickly take down
Kill the replicate.
the replicate. They do take it, and 40R makes his way out. Now, this does force his BKB and his replicate, so instead he will just boot to travel down to the bottom lane with some of his allies. So really hard to say. I guess it's just Union Gaming doing a nice job scaring back Morphling and forcing him to use the BKB.
Game is still very hard for Union
Yeah.
Gaming.
Yep. Still got 9 seconds on that BKB, too.
This Roche still didn't die.
Yeah, no one can really do it.
I don't think I've ever seen a 50-minute-year-old Roche. I can't remember a game that's gone this long
He's
without a
getting
single Roche
antsy.
kill.
He's getting antsy for a fight. He's like, someone want to come in? Anyone, please?
He's getting lonely, actually.
Yeah.
He's like 51 minutes old and he hasn't died yet. He's just like, have you watched Rick and Morty?
A little bit.
Okay, have you seen the Meeseeks episode?
No.
I just want to die. basically, because they're supposed to live for like
Or
minutes at a
friend.
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or a
This
friend.
guy's not used to living that long.
They should at least spawn a second Roche at this point if they're just not going to even bother taking the first one out. So, well, for now,
There needs to be some like doctor-assisted suicide for this Roshan.
yeah.
He's just put him out of his
I
misery.
don't know if he has a phone in there though. I don't even know if he has anything. Toilet.
Yeah, even
Where
his
does
little
Roshan
buddy,
go to the
he-
bathroom? Even Is
See,
he just standing
okay,
in it?
and Ice Frog even took away his cave buddy in the map change because there used to be those little pair of eyes in the hole in the rush pit, and now it's gone.
Yeah, he's got no
He's
one.
completely lonely. No.
It's like he's on a permanent timeout as he faces that wall too. He's just like put in a corner.
Mhm.
Of course, all just to
He's
soak
just
a bit of
thinking about
time as they try to dance on 40R mid lane. The immediate waveform time together with the blink forward from Centaur causes a bit of footsie play, but nothing really coming out of that one. As time goes on, though, Union could be a bit troubled here. They do manage to get a little bit of that net worth lead back, but still, it's all Pain Gaming. But you never know here as there's a 2 times. Oh, the stomp. Not going to catch there. The immediate waveform back and Replicate puts 40R now on the bottom. And they could press in from there. Just so slippery here, the Waterman. So slippery.
So we're gonna see some TP's top. 40R. They want to just keep pressing these waves in, putting the pressure on.
And the thing also is that at this point, Timber is fantastic at getting rid of creep waves. With double chakram, it's just a one-hit KO on the creep. 2 minutes. 2 minutes? Who does he think we
Wow.
are? 2 minutes.
Chop liver, apparently.
Anyways, having the Timber Saw, it's nice because, you know, you can clear out the creep wave. So if there is pushes coming in from all fronts, you pretty much need him on his own.
Getting into some deep
Oh, why? Why?
philosophical
Huh?
questions.
Oh, 2 minutes. Oh, it's Union Gaming.
Bathroom.
I get it now. 2 minutes. That's funny. That's the same amount of time it is for the delay on stream. You know where I'm going with this, Brian?
Uh-oh.
It's Union Gaming, after all.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Cut to a splash screen? Oh, I guess it wouldn't matter. 2 minutes, though, is the same amount of time for a bathroom. I'm not going to be too particular about what the hell's actually happening. And we know
That's-
Union Gaming have a interesting history. Nothing is absolutely confirmed or not, but nonetheless, we will be patient and wait out for 2 minutes and hope that they can get the bathroom duties underway rather quickly. So, what do you think, Brian, for Union Gaming? They need this first legitimate win. Is there any hope? If there is, what's that hope? What can they do, man?
The hope is Pain getting impatient and doing what they've done a couple times this game, going for really greedy relocates into positions where they're just going to die, and then Pain can just, our Union Gaming can just push, take a couple of racks. But the problem is that needs to happen a couple of times because Pain's just keeping these waves pushed constantly. So even if they do get a good pick off, it's going to be really difficult for them to push into it and get an objective before one of the heroes buys back or
Yeah.
respawns or.
And we'll have to
Especially
see.
some of their own heroes get reprecised and out of it.
Yeah,
If they lose
yeah.
a core in the engagements, like
I've
it's really
been-
difficult
I've
for
been
them
pretty
anyway.
underwhelmed by the amount of big epic Reaper size this game. I feel like I've seen a couple that are just
yeah.
kind of there just to do a bit of a stunt, but not
It's not been a
enough
great game
to,
for King
like,
RD.
oh, he's
Oh,
out
he's gonna-
forever. Yeah,
He's gonna go down. Roche.
they got it.
Roshan
Nice.
has
He's
fallen
He's so
to the
happy
radiant.
he finally gets to rest.
Finally dies. It only takes about
Rest in peace.
53 minutes for Pain Gaming to get it done, but they get
It's
it
a really
done.
old Roshan.
Yeah.
I want to see. I wonder. I'm sure there's been a game that has ended that has never had Roshan
Oh, I'm
die, but I
sure.
want to know.
I mean, there's been
I
plenty. I,
want-
mean, early enough games too, like maybe quick stomps, but long games where Roche has never been done. Yeah, I'd be curious. I hear you clicking there. Are you trying to find a way? If there's a way to look it up.
There's no way. There's been way too many games of Dota to find that out because I'd have to look
Yeah.
manually at all the Roshan deaths.
How
and
about
then
since the new time? Yeah, I guess so.
the issue then is that it's just not reported if he doesn't die, so I wouldn't
Yeah,
know the
that's
match
true.
IDs for match IDs where he didn't die.
Yeah, that's true too. Well,
I'd have to do some manual parsing, which I do not. I'm not. I
that's
just don't.
to
I
get
just
the-
don't.
the- you-
I'm not.
Are you not going to be able to
I
sleep at
benefit
night
from
though? That's
other-
the other thing.
I benefit from other people's work. I'm not really good at doing that stuff myself.
All right, well, 40R back in his old home, this nook.
And he's just
going
gonna
for
be
the
good. He
racks.
can go to
Dire
town.
structures
Oh, they do
are
have to pull out the glyph for
fortified.
this. Gets the gets the racks below half life. One more go like that, and your racks are done. This could be a very slow, painful death. Brian, almost
sheep on
a
the net.
water torture. Oh, they go top lane. I tried to make a joke, and I missed a kill as Io does go down. It looks like he was waiting in the back lines as a babysitter, but
That was a
he
pretty
gets
top tier
caught out.
joke. Water
Thanks, man.
torture. It's
I know.
pretty good.
I know. I just wish I had the
I'll give
time.
it an A minus.
A minus.
Yeah. One of their
Passes.
Chinese teams playing, then it would be better.
Yeah.
Considering it was a technique developed by the Chinese.
Oh, you're going next level with it.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. I'm explaining why you got an A minus instead of an A plus.
Okay, great. Great. I could have made it better. I'll remember that for the next time there's a Morphling in one of my
Good.
Eastern
Right.
games.
Yeah. Good.
40R pulls back for now. Just they have to constantly have enough here in the top lane that if he tries to push in, they can just somehow hope to punish him for it. But maybe they just try to get a hold of him. They know what his game plan is. Look at them go around the corner here. They place a very nice aggressive ward to see if 40R, when he's not in lane, maybe he just tries to farm out neutrals, and they catch him there instead without a replicate at the ready. I don't know. That's digging pretty deep, but that seems to be one of the lone hopes that Union Gaming could go for.
Yeah, I'd agree with that. But let's see what happens. 40R, they're going to try to do something. Oh, they get the sheep on him. Are they going to be able to burst him down in time? Maybe.
Oh!
And
They get
do.
him. Out
got
for
buyback
100
though.
seconds. Yeah, he does have that buyback at the ready. But still, big fight right there. That Timbersaw putting that sheep to very nice use right there.
Mhm.
And
So what they have to do is they have to force the buyback so it's on cooldown so they can then force another fight.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the issue. That's how complicated the win condition is for Union Gaming right now. Is
Absolutely.
they really can't win the game with the Morphling still in the game, I feel, and so they have to force the buyback and then force another fight. So they have to force 2 fights here. in
Uh-oh,
relatively
though.
quick
But
succession.
a fight of their own coming out from Pain onto Benjaz. Big Epi
Oh,
BKBs pop that Reaper. Not going to do a whole lot as the damage was not quite there. Now pushing forward. Baga going to get caught out in the woods. Citadel catches up and takes down the Scorpion Man. And now Union Gaming get a lot done top and bottom. They're moving forward pretty dang quick
Yeah.
right now if they want to try to
Yeah.
get to the base.
Force this buyback. Go, go, go.
He's running. I got 40 seconds. I got to get there. Let's go.
I think they might be able to do this. They got to keep.
Do you
they're
think
wor-
they
they're
could
worried
go
about-
any sort of like relocate backdoor kind of a play? Oh, King RD though. Now with
Potentially.
Wisp.
Oh,
Going on
no.
Ogre mid lane. Very, very low here. Necro does not have that Reaper sight to finish the job,
Oh,
and
the
Angel
BKB
moves in.
TP from Ned.
Oh my goodness, the Wisp with the BKB able to make his way
King
out.
RD, he might fall here.
He will fall. That's one Aegis. Benjaz, refresher, secondary Eye of the Storm. King RD, see you later. He's out as well. He does have buyback as well.
Yeah,
And
Morphling's
he uses
gonna
it
be able to survive.
immediately. Get it back on cooldown.
Yeah,
Morphling
Morphling's
though.
going to be able to wait it out.
Yep.
Radiant
Yep, he will.
structures are
Your Eye of the
fortified.
Storm, the back end of it here, trying to get as much damage as
Radiant's
possible here on the
middle
mid
tower
lane.
is under attack.
Tier 3 should go down here, but can they do anything to the Rax while
Radiant's
Morphling
middle
is now
tower has
alive?
fallen.
Morphling immediately heads towards the bottom.
Dire's top
They do
barracks
take
are
one
under-
Rax on the
Radiant's
mid
middle
lane.
barracks has
Bottom
fallen.
Rax
They're
very
trying to go
low.
for
Oh,
two.
Angel
Benjaz
wants it so
Dire's
bad. He
top
gets it.
barracks has fallen.
Rax,
Radiant's
Rax,
bottom
mid lane
barracks
though.
has fallen.
Big damage on Benjaz.
Radiant's
Benjaz, he
bottom
BKBs, he's
barracks
on the
are
run.
under
Daiko not going to be so lucky. Turns back, tries to get something up before he goes down. Now Citadel under pressure. Meanwhile, Reaper Sight takes out Ogre 100 seconds. No buyback. Citadel, can he get away from this? It's going to be a suicide. Doesn't want to risk getting a little more gold over, or maybe he was fearsome of the Reaper Scythe, which was already used, but still suicide. He's got some charges, 30 seconds.
And
Timbersaw
they're
will
without
be
both
back.
their supports for 50
Dire's
seconds. I
bottom
think
tower is under
Payne's able to
attack.
go in. And Ned, the relocate in 40R, he's going to
man.
town on these bottom towers.
Dire's
He sure
bottom
is,
tower
and now
is
Citadel
under
moves forward. He actually has to use the buyback, can't even wait for the low timer.
Dire's
40R
bottom barracks
gets out as
Oh,
much
wow.
damage, the relocate, because of that
This is a-
BKB.
This is a great BKB pickup from Ned.
Yeah, that's exactly what seems to be the game plan. Pretty much what we saw right there. Exhibit A, if you will.
Yeah.
Straight into the back of the base, get what you can done. They can't stop you from getting away unless they full focus the Wisp. But with a BKB, it makes it that much harder.
Yeah. Even with all these victories from Union Gaming, I was talking about their win condition. It's just having to have the Morphling without buyback, and I don't think they're going to be able to do it. If they can force a fight at any time in the next 30 seconds, and not having the Ogre means that it is not looking good for Union.
I know. Union would have definitely liked that if Timbersaw would have been able to make it to his timer instead of having to use the buyback. He'd still have a buyback at this point, but he doesn't now. And now he doesn't have his Bloodstone at the ready. So we'll see here. This could be the last hurrah here for Union Gaming, their last high ground defense, as now Payne move forward with Epi at the ready, Primal Split at the ready. dives forward. 40R cares about nothing but objective gaming. He does get sheeped
He
up.
doesn't pop his
Stampede.
BKB, though.
Yeah, he gets caught there. Now pops it, goes back for what he started before. Ned very much dead now. And the Reaper Scythe on the return does not finish anyone off, it looks like, as the Death Ward's going to be dropped. 40R does clean out the racks. King RD goes down. Benjaz cleaning out from behind. 40R able to make a slip escape back to mid lane after taking down both sets of racks. Union Gaming get more in numbers now as they look for Gren. They stop, they do take him down. So, Gren's down, Necro's down with no buyback.
But 40R still alive.
But 40R still alive, and they take the racks.
Welcome to the 10K club, buddy. He's got 10K in his pocket.
He's a rich bitch.
Yeah, he needs to buy a Necro book.
Invisibility.
6 slot, 7 slot gaming.
He really needs to buy a Necro book.
We'll
Oh,
see.
and he bought something. What is it? It is a Satanic. Okay, so it looks like he's probably going to sell the... Well, what does he sell here? Does he get rid of his boots? Okay,
Epi
Fire
on
goes in with
mid.
the epicenter.
Yeah, Benjaz pretty low here. Pops his BKB, however, and so's Ogre here. They want 40R's blood.
Taking a lot of damage.
Yeah, oh my god, he's got to run away. He's taking so much, though. Benjaz will be not falling down, but he will be alive. And it's just going to be a quick move out again from 40R back to base. Was that a relocate use? No, it was not, but they have one at the ready. They want to go on mid lane.
He replicated away and then used his boots to travel. What is he going to sell to take the Satanic? He's going to get rid of the Ethereal Blade. All right.
E-Blade. All right. I mean, I like it at this point. There's just too much meat on the bones of Union Gaming,
Radiant's
and
middle
now you can
barracks
have
are under
a
attack.
secondary life with it. And look at this, Benjaz. They clean out the mid. Second
look at
racks.
This looks really bad.
And
Maybe
they're
only
going
condition
for bottom
doesn't
as
matter
well
at
here.
all.
Union Gaming are about to take back 2 of the lanes and even this up. Now with each team, they both only have
Radiant's
1
bottom
set of
barracks
racks left.
has fallen.
My Brian, this game,
Dire's
for a game
middle
that does
tower
not
is
matter
under
in
attack.
Summit 2, this is a good game.
It sure is intense. These creeps are getting some damage down to these tier 4s, however.
And they're there, they're on the scene, they quickly burst it down, Citadel. Definitely can aid it about 1. Tier 4 very, very low. Pain Gaming have that advantage though, that relocate backdoor. Always at the ready, can keep Union Gaming guessing as far as when's the right time to back, when the right time is to commit.
King RD really can't be caught without buyback again. He was dead for a long time, and that's what allowed for
Dire's middle
Union
tower
Gaming to get
is
those
under
2 extra
attack.
sets of racks.
Yeah. And how much time does he have exactly? 2 minutes.
2 minutes left.
And
And 860 gold.
Yeah, so a lot of time left on him. Still some time left on your Timbersaw as well. Morphling and Brew both have buybacks at the ready, which is great for Pain. On the side of Union Gaming, though, Razor also has a buyback. So we'll have to see, man. This could be an intense defense/attack. I don't even know which team makes the call to make a go here, or do they wait out for a possible Roche here? Actually, Roche is about to pop up here, and Gren could possibly be there to see it spawn. Oh, walks out as it's about to come up.
Illusion.
But that could also be a big, big deal. Here it is. They scout it out now with the replicate. And we'll see if Pain Gaming try to take it down quickly. But Union Gaming, not that far away, could also contest.
And I'm keeping my eye on Boggy here. We're going to see when he tries to go for this epicenter.
Man, he's way behind them.
Yeah, I
Way
thought he's
about-
really in
oh,
position
Benjaz
anymore,
is
actually.
alone right now. Benjaz is alone in this bottom lane. If they make a flank play, they could get him, but the team is right there. Maybe they're baiting him out. They could be baiting out Benjaz here. They wait behind.
40 hours without his IO. He's got his boots of travel, and the creep wave is close, but they want to be relatively careful. The top wave is about to push in again. So they're just, Union Game's just going to have to back off, decide they're going to have to kill off that wave that's coming in with 4 ranged creeps and 2 mega siege creeps.
Yeah. So nothing comes out of bottom lane. No one wants to bite the worm on the hook. Union Gaming aren't going to find the opportunity to get a quick grab right there. But still, Baga waits patiently. Crouching Sand King, hidden epicenter, I guess. I don't know. He's just waiting, weighing it about, grabbing what intel he can, but not opting to leave. Maybe went to the bathroom. Who knows?
2 mins.
2 mins, yo. Oh, he's back now. Okay, he's alive. He moves, and he has a TP. He has a TP there.
It's like
I guess.
watching your really old fish in the aquarium.
No, he's alive. Okay. Now they move on forward, and they've packed more into the Sand King Nook, it looks like, as King RD and Wisp now both getting in on this hideout action. Benjaz still here, kind of baited forward, but this time the backup isn't quite as close. If they make the jump here, this could be big. They're thinking about it.
HY would be proud.
Yeah, they haven't just hidden the trees. They have built a home in the trees. Pain now, moving into Roche. They brought it down now to a quarter life. It's going to go down real quick. I don't think they'll make it in time. They won't. Roche goes down. Do they fight? They do. They stampede on forward. Double chakram and a choke point is huge damage. They do manage to take down, it looks like Citadel gets a big burst there on Brew, immediately buys back. Angel goes down to 40R. Now they're duking it out. Ogre does not get the precious multi he wants. There's going to be the Yules to save him. Benjaz, double ultimate. Don't underestimate the power of the Razor as he's trying to quickly burst down 40R. Him and King RD on the retreat. Brew is back in on the action. Still has a split to use, but he runs right into Benjaz. He's got to pull that split out. Clap, split there at the last possible second, but Citadel, double chakram. These bears are falling one by one. Benjaz cleaning them up with the right click in the Eye of the Storm. There's your burrow. It's almost might be a sacrifice here for Baga. Oh man, 40R so low. Big Epi, however, as he hides under Sandstorm. They don't have the detection. Benjaz pulls back. Only a 2 for 2. Hoof stop. The return of Angel, though, catches off the both of them. Now 4-step forward. He could have just handed over his life, though, and he will. Burrow strike, and now 40R can just adaptive him back and right-click him home, but there's a stampede. He's running. He's so tanky. Blink forward, King RD. So low on life.
King RD, where are you at?
Everyone's back now. Oh, nice multi. Does take down Necro. It's going to be an Aegis, however. 40R. No, it's not doing anything to Benjaz. Benjaz, he's a man. Burrow strike is going to be there. Oh, done.
And they'll take
Done.
it down.
Done.
Wow.
Done.
That's 150 seconds that Razor is dead.
That's why there's no
Dyer's middle
timer.
tower has fallen.
Yeah, I think this might be
Dyer's
it.
ancient
Full
is under
max
attack.
duration. No buyback. Benjaz had been one of the
Oh,
saving
here's the
graces.
rapier.
And now they'll just
40R's
be
had
able to,
enough.
Yeah, this is our game now. Takes it back to base, and I don't think there's going to be stopping this more. They still have 2 minutes of no Razor. Holy moly. Wow.
They're gonna
wow,
have to push these waves. They're gonna have to figure something out, though. I mean, they're
Ogre's like in the
no,
base. I
Ogre
think they know it's like a last hurrah thing. He was just like trying to get a hold of
drops the
Wisp,
gem.
but he puts way too far. But bottom lane, here we go. Citadel now realizing there's a rapier on the deck, and he is just eating big damage from it. Double chakram, and ow, ow, ow. He goes down very quickly. He has no buyback, and I think that's going to be game. Union Gaming, man. They're going to fall short here. Pain Gaming get their win. Valiant effort, I'd have to say, though, from Union Gaming, man. It was close. Real close game.
It was just a really good
Dyer's
strategic win
ancient
from
is
Pain.
under
Union Gaming, they
attack.
executed
Radiant
early,
victory.
but Pain was just able to survive with a really greedy lane. Just play smart. Split push, keep the pressure on in other lanes, make it hard for Pain Gaming to win early, and when Pain Gaming couldn't, Union was able to outlast them.
They look good. Unfortunately, I think they actually do have one more opportunity to go for that win. This would be game number 9. So they actually have 2 more opportunities. I think there's 11 matches to be played. Union Gaming, though, they go down to 1-8. This will offer now the Pain Gaming squad to move up to 4-7, but they are still not going to be able to make a running into the playoffs. So with that said, we are going to move on. We got 2 more games, 2 more American Dota games coming your way. Our next matchup today is going to be Navi US taking on Leviathan. This is a big game. This is a
Big
really
match.
good game. This is 2 teams right at the top. And I know Navi US, who are considered the favorites to take the whole thing, they desperately need a win to make sure they can secure a playoff spot. But Leviathan are no team to underestimate. We'll be back with that one momentarily. If you like what you heard, catch me on my Twitter at CoddleGuy. My handsome co-caster joining me from down the hall is going to be Brian K-Poptosis. Catch him on his Twitter at K-Poptosis. Thanks as always, folks. We're going to throw over to some music. We'll be back in just a moment.